Most would say, how does a 38-year-old woman have a successful home birth along with having 4 fibroids in her uterus? Well, Kendall is going to tell you how, and she's going to share her story. Before we get to that, I want to just say this is a story that I feel many can resonate because as up to 80% of women will get uterine fibroids. And uterine fibroids is a condition where for most, there is an excess amount of estrogen produced in the body, causing to grow on or around our uterus. So get your wife, get your sister, your friend, your aunt, your daughter to tune into this or share this, as this is a silent pandemic, and the silence does not have to be our downfall if we continue to share this message. For those that don't know me, my name is Phyllis. I am the founder of Fibroid Queen, and I help women end their suffering with uterine fibroids with a holistic and fitness regimen called the Fibroid Fitness Challenge. And we have the lovely Kendall here ready to go. And Kendall, thank you so much for being here today. And I want you to just kind of jump right in and tell us, how did your story start?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for bringing awareness globally to this, like you said, silent pandemic. Well, I'm Kendall Johnson. I am 38 years old. I'm the mother of 2 daughters. One daughter's 23 years old, and the other is 2 months old. And as Phyllis was sharing with you, I'm 38. I got pregnant actually last year, not knowing. It was a surprise, a pleasant surprise, of course. But the reason I actually got pregnant, I had been on birth control pills for about 22 years straight. For those that don't know, birth control pills, they do produce a certain amount of estrogen, actually more than your body is going to produce
Right.
naturally, which is what I feel like caused the fibroids. And it caused irregular cycles, menstrual cramps, extreme heavy bleeding. And once this issue got to be just too much for me, and I noticed that it could have been the birth control pills, that's when I stopped taking them. I stopped taking them, took a break, and boom, 2 months later, pregnant.
Wow. Wasn't
Pregnant.
that like you're like, where did that come from, right?
Absolutely. I was hit with like a bag of rocks. You talking about, I'm an author, motivational speaker. I own a salon. I have several streams of income. Was literally, before the pandemic, flying all over the country, inspiring, helping other people. And then boom, I'm hit with you're pregnant. Yeah, so my life began to flash before my eyes. I did not know what I was going to do. I was hit with uncertainty. Of course, we asked the God, why now? Why at this age? I'm not married. What's going on? What do I need to do? Of course, I do the ultrasound, and you could actually see the fibroids really, really big. You can see all 4 fibroids, and then you see the little baby, you see the fetus. And so I
Ooh.
thought that was like really, really cool to actually see all these fibroids in my uterus growing with the baby. And the
You don't
baby,
iterate to women who are dealing with this condition. We're often told, like, you know what, oh my God, fibroids and you want to conceive, or fibroids and pregnancy is just like, take the fibroids out before you are looking to conceive. And here you are saying it was kind of cool to see the fibroids along with your growing baby. So tell us, how were you diagnosed? And what were your thoughts? Because I'm sure the doctors were like, you know what, you may want to tread this with caution. Tell us about that.
of course, I was not diagnosed until I actually found out I was pregnant, actually.
Gotcha. Okay.
I knew, of course, I knew it was something wrong because my cycles began to be irregular. Sometimes it was pain during sex. I was bleeding like really, really heavily. Like I had to change probably every hour. I was bleeding completely through, you know, the tampons or pads. I was bleeding completely through it within an hour. And I was on the Super Plus. I think I was doing the Super Plus tampons. And so,
Wow. And Kendall, another thing is that I feel like a lot of women are not aware of their bodies. So you mentioned those symptoms, and the four triggers that there is some type of dysfunction or something going wrong with your cycles is bloating. Okay. Second is anemia, so low energy, as well as pain and heavy cycles. So you had all of that, and you knew there was something going on. You just didn't know exactly what it
I know
was.
what it was until I want to say I was in my first trimester and I had a little scare and I started bleeding. Of course, you know, if you're pregnant, you see blood, that's like, oh my God, what's going on? Let me go figure out what's going on. So I went to the ER. Once I went to the ER, of course, that's when they do like an emergency ultrasound on top of what they would normally do with the prenatal visits. They did one, and that's when they saw all the fibroids
Wow.
in with the fetus.
Oh my. So what was your initial reaction? What were you told at that time?
I was just told, you know, stay off my feet, kind of take it easy.
Mhm.
They didn't really say much about the fibroids, just if they weren't giving me any trouble, you know, just leave it alone, basically.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's about it. Yep.
Wow. Okay. And so how big were the fibroids? And yeah, how big were the fibroids?
About like 4 or 5 centimeters,
Okay. Okay.
between 4 and 5 centimeters, all four of them. Hmm.
Gotcha. So we're obviously doing something else to help this, um, because you think about it, you're having all these symptoms and then you're pregnant. What are things that you're doing to kind of keep yourself healthy and keep the pregnancy stable and all that stuff?
Of course, prior to me getting pregnant, I was actually on a weight loss journey. So I had lost over 25 pounds within 30 days. I had lost 25 pounds, dropped weight. I started juicing because prior to that, about a year prior to me getting pregnant, I was diagnosed with quote unquote lupus. Um,
Wow.
and my doctor at that time told me, you know, you're like right there on the borderline. If you do not change the way that you eat, if you do not drop weight, you're going to possibly have to take medication.
Mhm.
If you change if you change your diet, you drop weight, you can reverse this thing and you will not have to worry about taking medication, nor will you have to worry about the symptoms. I took heed to what he said because I did not want to claim that sickness. I started juicing. I started taking vitamins, and I absolutely love, love, love vitamin. It's a multivitamin called NutriBurst. It's equivalent to 10 salads, 22 fruits and vegetables, all your amino acids, all of those things. I started taking that as well, and I took it throughout my whole pregnancy, of course. But prior to getting pregnant, I believe that I got in the best shape of my life, especially within my reproductive organs, my insides, all of that. And that's what I believe that's why I got pregnant so fast, because I had gotten in really, really good shape. And so I just started taking vitamins, changed my diet, started juicing, and started exercising.
Wow. So it looks like you were able to overcome lupus and kind of reset your body and conceive all by this regimen. And it looks like it's kind of a holistic regimen because it sounded like you were determined to overcome the lupus. And that totally resonates with me. When I was diagnosed with fibroids, it was like, you know what? There's got to be another answer. There's got to be another way. And I feel like the holistic regimen really helps. And then, also taking supplements to cultivate that. So the pregnancy is you're having a normal, healthy pregnancy. And then you're like, you know what? I want to have a home birth, right?
Absolutely. The pandemic, COVID-19, I was actually, and this is almost a whole nother story. I had health insurance, right?
Yeah.
Well, I did not think to ask my health insurance company, do my insurance cover pregnancy?
Mm.
Got to my first prenatal doctor's visit with a private doctor. And of course, they run my insurance. I'm not covered. So I'm being hit with so many different things at this point, so much uncertainty, and just thinking that I have all my I's dotted, all my T's crossed. Oh, I got health insurance. I have nothing to worry about. Everything's great. And then I'm hit with, no, your pregnancy is not covered. And so at this particular point, being the woman that I am, I believe high achieving, very high influential, I had to humble myself and actually go to the public clinic to start getting prenatal care, because nobody would really see me without health insurance. Even though I had the money to pay the cash for the visit, they just kind of was like, oh, you should go apply for Medicaid, we'll just reschedule for next time. I'm like, listen, I got the money. I just want to be seen. So they treated me totally different. Went to the clinic. Shortly after that, of course, the pandemic hit. Once the pandemic hit, doctor's office, hospitals, the clinics, it was just crazy. I felt like I was not getting the proper prenatal care, nor did I feel like I was getting treated with, when you're pregnant and you're going through prenatal care, you want to be treated with a certain type of, professionalism. Like, you want all your visits to be really nice and just exciting. And, now I'm excited about the baby. So every prenatal visit, I'm just excited, right? But to go in the clinic and just be treated just horribly, because everybody's scared at this point because of COVID. Yeah. So I'm like, I can't come back here. This is ridiculous. I was one nice nurse in that entire clinic. I let her know, I was like, you are like the nicest person in this clinic. All the rest of the nurses are mean, horrible. Like, I'm never coming back here. At that particular point, I found a doula. Well, she actually found me on Instagram. And of course, she takes a holistic approach as well, in bringing awareness to home births, how you can have a healthy home birth, the myths that they tell you in the hospitals, all this stuff is like a crock of you-know-what. So I met her, and needless to say, she was able to connect me with the midwife. I hired the midwife, hired a team of doulas, and I was actually able to have a very, very healthy home birth. Of course, the nurses at the clinic forbid me to have a home birth. Like, you're 38, you're high risk. There is no way you should have a home birth. You are taking a big, big, big risk. Of course, I did it, went through with it. It was the most amazing experience ever. And I had a healthy baby girl. She's growing really, really fast. Actually, the doctor says she has the IQ of a genius, and just getting ready to raise a little genius. So yes, I'm excited.
Oh my God, that's so inspirational. Oh my God, Kendall. So tell me, tell us, what would you tell, what would you, I'm just so like in awe right now. I can't even get my words out. What would you tell a woman that has been diagnosed, who wants to conceive? What inspiration can you give her, just reflecting on your story?
Oh my God, I'm tearing up. I would just say, don't stop at what the doctors say. Our body, God created us as his highest form of creation, meaning that we're God-like. He made man in the likeness and in the image of God. And if God has the power to create miracles, signs, wonders, if he has the power to speak to a thing and it heals, our bodies was created to heal itself. But we've gotten off track with, eye candy, like the sweets and fast food and, microwavable food and all these things that we've gotten off track with, all these eye candies, that our bodies is no longer being fueled to do what it was made to do, which is heal itself. And when I understood the power that God has given me to speak healing to my body, to pray over myself and cause those things be not as though they were, that's basically what I started to do. And so if you take control of your mind, understand and know the power of the mind, you can do anything. You can cause healing to anything. You just cannot, if you get bad news from the doctor that your reproductive organs are not working properly, or you're not going to be able to have children, you cannot allow that to take over your mind. You have to cast those thoughts down. Think, the Bible says, think on the good things of God. Always think positive. Begin to change your mindset and how you see yourself conceiving a child. God made us, he said, be fruitful and multiply. That's what we was made to do. And if we were made to do that, then who's to say that you can't conceive, right? And so just understanding and knowing the power that I have to speak a thing and it has to happen, to speak to the universe and it has to conform. That's what I've just begun to do in every area of my life. And it's showing in the physical rather just in my mind. If you can conceive it here, you can hold it here. And it's principle and it's law.
So beautiful. And there are some women out there where you're maybe in a situation where surgery may be your best option. You're just in your fibroids have grown out of control, and the doctor's recommending that you do this. And that's something that you want to make an informed decision. But also know there are stories like this where you can use the power and heal the body. Okay. And a lot of the things that we come across, as Kendall said, is that we are made to believe that we have to rely on someone to feel ourselves, to have something happen. But a lot of it is within us. And if you're inspired by Kendall's story, I sure am. And you're looking to have your own unique results, not limited to weight loss, decrease in fibroid symptoms, balancing out your hormones, so you can have the energy to get your life back. I can so relate to what you're going through, because I went from pain and suffering with uterine fibroids to total symptom relief. And using the one and only, and what we've been talking about is the holistic regimen. And I have something for you that you can get your own unique results as well. So if you ladies are suffering out there with uterine fibroids, schedule a consultation with me and we can create a plan for you. And even if you're just looking to lose weight, you don't have uterine fibroids, you're looking to prevent that from happening, please schedule a consultation with me. I will put the link in the description, in the bio, so that way you can do that. Now, Kendall, tell us where to find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Kendall the Master Stylist. You can find me on Facebook. My business page is Kendall the Master Stylist. My personal page is Kendall Johnson. Snapchat at KTJ Motivates. Periscope, Kendall T. Johnson. I'm everywhere. You can find me. I'm not hard to find at all. You can Google me, Kendall T. Johnson, and my story will pop up. I'm just pretty much on every social media platform.
I love it. And Queens, let's continue to be aware and proactive to keep prevention on point. 1 in 5 women will resort to having their uterus taken out unnecessarily, and mostly due to fibroids. And that does not have to happen. Our womb, our uterus, is our second heart. So it has a function, and we have control to prevent this. And thank you so much for listening. Also, Kendall, could you leave us with some, last words, some an affirmation, inspiration that you kind of live up to?
I actually have a digital download. I will, and it's only like maybe not even a minute.
Yeah.
So I'll let y'all hear these words. I get up, I listen to it. It's what gets my day going. It gets my mind in the state that I needed to be in order to retract everything, all the good that I deserve and I desire. And you have to know that you deserve all the good that you deserve and you desire. You deserve that. And so I get up and I let this speak to me every single day, and it just gets me going. And yeah, so it's available also on my website at KendallTJohnson.com as well. relationship. I am so happy and grateful now. I set healthy boundaries. Multiple streams of income are working for me today. I am loved by many. Great opportunities are opening for me today. My business creates multiple six figures. I have no more slow days. I am not my circumstance. My name is success. I am success. Did you know that your words were powerful and that whatever you say, the universe has to conform, it has to answer? So let's try this. What can I be, do, have, create, or generate to create and generate money now? What is it about me that I'm not getting? What is it about my business that I'm not getting? And everywhere where I don't believe, let's clear all that. Pre-origin, clear all. Pre-agreement, clear all. Pre-choice, clear all, forever and beyond. Remember. So that's just a little snippet of what I get my day started with. You can find that download on my website at KendallTJohnson.com. Listen to it every day. Listen to it in the car while you're in the shower, and just get those great thoughts, those positive thoughts to going. And yeah, start your day with it. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh, Kendall, that was amazing. So Queens, you have the power to heal. Best to believe you can do this. And schedule a consultation with me. Let's get you on a regimen, a holistic regimen to get your life back and live beyond fibroids. Please subscribe to this channel, as well as share this, like, comment, because we need the awareness to continue. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you, Kendall, for your amazing inspiration.
Thank you for having me so much. Thank you.
Bye.